Today, Prince William, the Prince of Wales, did not merely issue an update, he delivered a tectonic statement of intent. At the latest Earthshot Prize Innovation Summit in London, against a backdrop of escalating climate anxiety and global fragmentation, William leveraged his unique platform not to soothe with platitudes, but to galvanize with what can only be described as a powerful, blueprint-driven form of hope. His message transcended the traditional royal remit, positioning the monarchy not as a distant institution, but as a proactive engine for tangible, scalable planetary repair. This was more than a speech. It was a manifesto for a new kind of leadership in the 21st century. On the surface, the headlines will read, "Prince William urges faster climate action," or "William warns against despair." But to stop there is to miss the profound architecture of his address. The power of his message lies in its deliberate fusion of stark realism, technological optimism, and a deeply human call to arms. For decades, environmental discourse has cycled through phases: scientific revelation, public awareness campaigning, and political negotiation. William's message today explicitly declares that phase over. "We have the awareness," he stated, his tone direct and free of the usual rhetorical flourishes. "The science is unequivocal. The question that now lies before us, the only question that matters, is this: how fast can we move?" This framing is critically important. It removes the comfort of ongoing debate and places the entire conversation on the new, uncomfortable terrain of velocity and implementation. He reframed the climate crisis not as a future threat to be managed, but as a present-day logistics and innovation challenge to be solved with urgency. The most resonant phrase of his address was his championing of urgent optimism. This is a potent antidote to the twin poisons of climate discourse, paralyzing doomism and blithe denialism. William defined it not as a vague hope, but as a disciplined mindset. Urgent optimism is not about wearing rose-tinted spectacles. It is the hard-nosed belief that human ingenuity, when pointed decisively at a problem and properly funded, can achieve the extraordinary. It is the fuel for the sprint we must now run. This philosophy directly underpins the Earthshot Prize itself, not a grant for ideas, but a multi-million-pound global search for proven, scalable solutions. He name-checked past winners, from the coral restoring technology of the Great Barrier Reef to the A-frame mangrove planting system in Kenya, presenting them not as niche projects, but as beacons proving the hypothesis that solutions exist. Herein lies the revolutionary subtext of William's modern royal role. He is consciously shaping his princely function into a hybrid role for the Anthropocene era. The summit itself is a testament to this. It brought together under one roof Silicon Valley investors, Brazilian indigenous leaders, policymakers from the global south, and teenage inventors. The monarchy, with its historical neutrality and global network, can open doors that political or corporate entities cannot. William spoke of using the global megaphone of his position not for self-aggrandizement, but to shine a blinding spotlight on the solvers. "My role," he said, "is to take your breakthroughs from the lab, from the community, from the drawing board, and place them on the world's main stage." In a subtle but significant shift, he connected environmental stewardship directly to core royal themes of legacy and duty. We are not owners of this planet, we are its stewards, and stewardship is the ultimate intergenerational duty, a duty to our children and to their children in turn. This reframes the climate crisis in the deeply resonant language of heritage and inheritance, concepts fundamental to the monarchy's own existence. To fully appreciate the weight of today's message, one must read it within the silent script of the modern monarchy's evolution. William is operating at a pivotal juncture. He stands in the long shadow of his grandfather, Prince Philip, the Duke of Edinburgh, who was an early environmental voice in the royal family, and his father, King Charles III, for decades a prophet warning of ecological breakdown, often dismissed as a meddling eccentric. William has studied their paths. He embraces their conviction, but has radically altered the methodology. Where Charles was often the solitary campaigner, William has built a platform, the Earthshot Prize, that is institutional, globally collaborative, and focused on celebratory solutions rather than grim warnings. The monarchy's relevance in the 21st century is perpetually questioned. William's entire project with Earthshot is a compelling answer. It demonstrates the utility of a non-political, long-term institution that can think in 50-year cycles, not 5-year election terms. It shows the crown using its soft power for a universally acknowledged global good, thereby building its legitimacy on action rather than just tradition. The foundation for the future. Every aspect of this message is built for longevity. The Earthshot Prize is designed to run until 2030. The focus on scalable technology and economics is designed to create its own momentum beyond royal patronage. He is, in effect, building an environmental legacy institution that will outlive his own. William's speechwriters and his own delivery employed a sophisticated toolkit that departed from traditional royal oratory. Repeated use of we, us, and our generation. He positioned himself as part of a global team, a deliberate flattening of hierarchy. Economic pragmatism. He spoke fluently of investment, seed funding, commercial scalability, and green jobs. This speaks directly to the corporate and financial worlds needed to bankroll the transition, assuring them that environmentalism and economic growth are not antithetical, but symbiotic.
He acknowledged the eco-anxiety felt by millions, particularly the young. By naming it, he validated a generation's fear, building a bridge of empathy before offering his urgent optimism as the pathway forward. The power of the specific. The speech was not abstract. He cited specific technologies, named specific entrepreneurs, and pointed to specific geographical challenges. This grounded the lofty message in tangible reality. The implications of this focused, powerful royal intervention are significant. It applies subtle pressure. As world leaders prepare for the next COP summit, a major royal figure has publicly stated that the era of talk is over. It raises the bar for what constitutes meaningful action.